Okay. Just about done with sizing this up. Again, I'm about to get large torpedo banks. It's 'cause people like to watch people just battle plane across Europe and conquer the world in like 30 minutes. It's ridiculous. It's so sloppy, and it only really allows you to play as fascist and be very aggressive and conquer everyone before they're ready to oppose you. The AI can put up a fight, they just need longer to prepare than a human player would. They're just not good about prioritizing the right things. That's really the problem with them. Alright. We'll use this a little less steel, make it more rocket artillery. But yeah, I'm just prioritizing. Ships a little, shoot. Anyways, what to do? 55 days with probably want the quickest possible thing. Right? How quick will this grow if I just wait on 6-7-ish funds a day? Yeah, that would still take a solid 40 days. I can't do any text there quick on that though. Alright. Detonators. Or maybe I don't spend the Navy XP right now. Yeah. Could not. Depth charge mortars. Need an escort design. All I have are fleet destroyers and very early subs. Be better off with midget subs for the role these things do carry out, which is this very cheap naval supremacy close to my coast in the Danish belts to make naval invasions hard. Okay, oh, armor belts. I've been meaning to build modernized cruiser design. It's probably more important. Ooh, 46 days. This is actually the fastest possible. Client belt armor scheme. Yep. I could tech juggle into the advanced small airframe alternatively. Yeah, I do. Anything in the past few days other than accidentally put a dockyard on convoys? Nope. Let's just load up the save and yeah, I'll actually tech juggle into advanced small airframe. I need to get those in production quick. Sorry, guys. Oh, I mostly looked around. Decided, I'll do a little more with some serial production here of ships. Oh yeah, and I did decide to defend archers and path. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'll touch up this into advanced smaller frame and active sonar. I could actually tech jiggle 2 slots into this because it's so close. That's actually the smart thing to do if I really want this right away. It's such a high priority tech. With it, yeah, these are definitely the cast that the Soviets were using. With it, I can get longer range, smaller aircraft, which will be able to fly a lot more missions in the Soviet Union, and thus give me more air XP. That's why I have so much air XP without a Chief of the Air Force. Actually, I do have one now. And this is complete, but then the air doctrines. Alright. Oh, steel bugs out sometimes when you reload. Gah! Buy some Hungarian steel. Stop buying the Austro-Hungarian steel. Too expensive. Rhenish Republic. They're going to eventually be my allies. Oh, now I get... And it goes down to 3. Darn it. And I'm not getting some of this oil. Okay, active sonar. Very slow working on that. But I do need it. Trade steel. It's only the aluminum has shot down to 0. What happened to the Hungarian aluminum imports? Probably infrastructure damage. Or God only knows. Croatia, Slovenia. Actually, even worse. Romania, Turkey. Well, now it resets to... Alright. Stupid furnace is giving me a headache. It's a little louder to try and drown out. These guys might eventually get some equipment. $400 manpower in this destroyer model. Should be enough with ideological loyalty. So only the aluminum is... Gah! Nice 6. Affects mainly aircraft. I think I'm fine with that. I need aircraft. Yeah, there's nothing to modify. Just emptying my stockpiles mostly, except for some older anti-air periodically. Get my hands on somehow. CV fighters, it won't let me Lend-Lease for whatever reason. Nav wing the AI I'll never use correctly. Alright. Spy operations, this guy's gonna hit the cap soon. Aquitaine, Bordeaux. Initial coverage, 45% scaling. Fun. This is +2. Sorry, I'm not playing the fastest, guys. I even have this called slow gaming on Twitch using that tag, but boom, 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 boom. Keep an eye out for anything I might have missed. I think you have to have the Social Democrats in power to expand the welfare system. It's available from the start, or it has to be before your initial leader dies. Is Denmark? I don't know. Makes sense to do that. Get more documents in this, since this is going to be at 10 documents later. Might get the destroyer number 9 out quicker. Bloody sick of all the noise from the furnace. Alright. Fighter Ace. This gives Ace generation chance. Aces can increase ground attack. This improves the stats of air superiority, which escorts. I'm probably more interested in bombing them Ace quickly. So Fighter Ace initiative and hunt and destroy. Air support mission efficiency. Combat unit destruction will give my casts improved agility. And improved air superiority bonuses I can get to my divisions. Alright. So this was unifying, having gathered our collective Air Force skills and knowledge into one Air Force. We should extend the expertise to aspiring cadets by creating a joint training school. And now, having unified the two different branches of the Air Force into one unit is not enough. For this new military branch to be as efficient and cohesive as possible, we need to create a central command structure that can coordinate the Air Force properly. Indeed. This will get me some command power. I'm trying to enlarge my general staff before I reorganize the army, because you get everyone who's currently a general gets 100 army XP when you do that. So these guys should be gradually getting the newer rifles available for training. I bet it's that I'm sending them all to the Soviets. Let's see, am I sending the Mark, and not the Mark 1 rifles, well, I am sending those too. Yeah, I sent them at a rate to, and that's why. So these guys just sit like so. I can't even access their national market to buy rifles because of the stupid stupid furnace. Stupid knowledge of the focus tree that if you don't fight for independence, if you just get granted peacefully, as NPR did, because I made sure they did, tagged over them. I want to fight the Central Powers, continue fighting them. I was at war, or fight the NPR, though that would have been meaningless. It allowed me to peace out against the Central Powers, because the game doesn't do white pieces really otherwise. I could have done maybe a conditional surrender to them, but they would have probably annexed one of my cores. They're going to lose anyways, eventually. I consider it that I bribed them for peace with massive Lend-Lease. Anyways, not getting more infantry equipment for a while. It's not like I can, when I increase militarization, it's not even going to be enough. Every time you tech juggle, you tend to lose some days. This is not going to accelerate this. If I wanted to, you also got to consider what you want to juggle into. Oh, there's more air stuff to do. That's all right. Save. This can always be a little buggy. All right. So the way this works, those who haven't tech juggled before, boom, this is 69.3% finished. This is still 58.9% stiff. Kidding me? Didn't let me tech juggle anything into that. Did I do 30 days? Sometimes that can happen if you've already done 30 days into something before. Let's see. Or I turned 7 days into 2. You lose some progress every time it happens. Every bloody time. It's the most frustrating thing. Could also tech juggle into the improved light batteries here. Set this to, I don't know, improved infantry equipment 3. This will work, right? No, it actually takes more days, even though I should have just put 6 in. What the heck? Sometimes the game lets you do it, sometimes it doesn't. Or I can try it with improved medium batteries. Might just not want me going outside the types I'm working on here. 90.1% finished. No, it sets it back to 76.5. What the heck? It's supposed to maintain the same percentage so that, I could do this. It goes down. This takes 14 days. Alright, well the game's going to punish me for any attempt to tech juggle this time. I said sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. It's not letting me do it for any saw, and I know I didn't put already 30 days into all those, so... Okay. And the resource imports are going to bug out too. Thanks to reload. Well, I can save days and then put them into techs, and generally that saves a little power. It used to be that decreased funds gain. It might. I don't think so. No, that's just 1625. Even if I were to pop over from... Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, it's not reducing funding. So I'll definitely want to save 30 days. But yeah, now suddenly I'm getting way less steel and aluminum. I'm not even producing aluminum domestically, so it makes no sense. Freaking game! I'm so sick of this. This bug I reported over a year ago. I'm not kidding. Over a year ago, or actually over 2 years ago to Paradox, and they still haven't done anything about the resources recalculating correctly every time you reload. Every time. Even resource imports. It's not just local production. It has to do with infrastructure bonuses. Not, it says I'm getting 5 of 8, but I'm clearly not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so deeply in trouble here. There's not enough steel to go around, really. So it's already frustrating because I'm overpaying for that reason. Because there is no pay a fraction of a factory system in the game. It's actually acting like I'm at that big a shortage. Sometimes I'm not going to live with that. Sometimes if you do continue instead of load game, it doesn't do as. Sometimes. Paradox is sloppy spaghetti coding. And then when people criticize them, they're like, oh, you want more from us? Labor costs money. Blah, blah, blah. No, we don't want you to work for free. We want the stockholders to take less profit. There's still plenty of money in the Paradox budget to pay people the same and put more man hours into stuff. Like to pay them the same hourly rates. It just comes out of the profits of the company. Yeah, I'm aware some of the top managers probably pay themselves in stock options or whatever garbage. Continue didn't create the same error. Oh, now it recalculate down. Saw that? What the heck? Oh well, I have to live with it. Whenever people demand more of companies, it's not that they want the workers to work for less, it's that they want the bloody executives at the top and the stockholders who do nothing but walk to the mailbox each day and collect a dividend check and profit off the stock prices going up and sell for more than they bought, capital gains, to make less. It's that they really object to the nature of capitalism, not to labor getting paid well, which continues under any system, you know. Under socialism, engineers still make great money, and scientists in the Soviet Union, they were very well paid and had little model communities sometimes, like Chernobyl, I bet it's not on the map, was actually being built as a model community for nuclear scientists to work in. And yeah, of course, nuclear scientists did this late night test that was unauthorized that ended up irradiating the community they were going to be living in. It was being built with like swimming pools and Ferris wheels. It was going to be a very nice place to live. Massive project by the Soviet government to improve the quality of living that they'd always intended to have most people live like this in the Soviet Union, but they hadn't been able to do it after World War II because things were so messed up. And so the commie blocks, the infamous commie blocks, were built as a stopgap measure. They were never supposed to be. The Soviet Union wanted decent housing for everyone, and would have had it if not for the Nazi invasion. These Republicans are guaranteed that I can actually faction with them. Very tight budget here, and I need this facility. The Soviet Union did give everyone free housing, but it was in commie blocks, so not great quality. You could pay for better housing. Usually that meant a still modest cottage in the countryside. That was the better housing you could pay for usually. Sometimes without running water or sewer. And these very old buildings that were built before the Soviet era usually, although they did sometimes build new cottages. It wasn't so bad everywhere. In Czechoslovakia and the Warsaw Pact, there were a lot of new cottages built. The government took a little more of a hands-off approach. The Czechs always had a more decentralized view of communism, hence communism with the human face idea, although the guy who actually championed that was someone who really wanted to bring capitalism back. Not this guy. Dubček, that's right, Dubček. I made a video of the dangers of Dubček. He was, the CIA internal memoirs indicate he was probably trying to play both sides against each other, the US and Soviet Union. He wasn't really so dedicated to communism as he claimed to be. Of course, you get all these groups that were ultimately funded by the CIA. Say, oh, he's this great guy. Yeah, no, don't believe that, ever. This guy, my current country leader, was actually a CIA asset. Danish intelligence did investigation in recent decades and found undeniable proof of it. He was getting vacations, bribes, intelligence on opposition parties from the CIA. He even had a friend of his, who came to his first meeting with the CIA and brought a pistol. It was there in case it was actually the KGB pretending to be the CIA trying to kill him, because the KGB rightfully didn't trust him. He was in charge of the Danish Communist Party, and he engineered a split in the party later into two parties. One anti-Soviet, became known as SF or something. So basically it meant like Socialist Workers Party or something, and yeah, and then of course just gradually that party, no coincidence, drifted into liberalism, into capitalist, social democracy really. It's basically at this point not really much of a socialist party, that party. This guy is handsome in this era. Not so handsome in later decades. He didn't age well. He developed a serious double chin. But he recognizably still looks... Still, you can tell he was handsome in his youth. Anyways, I'm gonna end up flipping monarchist, get rid of this guy. Democratic, expand the welfare system if that re-enables it. Maybe I'll join the US faction and see if they'll give me back Jutland. Maybe I'll even just tag over him. I don't feel good just having him give it back for no reason, but if I join their faction, realistically, they might give me back Jutland. And then eventually we can flip communist again. This guy can only be a communist revolutionary. He's not the country head. And exile the royal family so don't keep getting monarchist discontent over and over that time around. And wait to do the flip until I have really high communist support so I can actually get a high ruling party popularity. Play with ideologies and change the governments. It's not great, but what else am I gonna do? Go back to day zero save, probably, and play the loyalist puppet path with NPR's Denmark from day zero of the campaign, in the first day of 1936. Help them beat Sweden and Norway before they end up allied with the United States. In which case, there'll be a much brighter future for communism on this map.